Call of Duty is the poster child of the first-person shooter experience. Everyone and their mother has played it at least once, and everyone's mother has been brought up in game chat after a game of TDM. The game's been a titan of the gaming industry for as long as I can remember, but over the past years I feel like it's been going through some growing pains. Call of Duty has been making essentially the same game reskinned for almost a decade. And while people still bought each new title like hotcakes, myself included, I feel like the general satisfaction of each new title went down with each release, and people would ditch the game after a few months and would go play a different shooter. I like to put it like this. Call of Duty was that kid that peaked in middle school because puberty hit them first, so they were the best player on the football team simply because they were ahead of everyone else. But they stopped growing in 8th grade and everyone caught up to them in high school, so they weren't special anymore. However, to keep the metaphor going, after some rough years, Call of Duty graduated high school and went to college out of state to get a fresh start. And now they're doing pretty well. I think the newest installment of Call of Duty is great, probably the best COD that's come out in 5 years. And shockingly, Infinity Ward were the ones to get it right. The company who released this abomination are the same people who pulled the Call of Duty franchise out of the gulags and back onto the map. So why am I jerking off this game so hard? Well, it's a lot of things, and we'll start with the revamped create a class system. Maybe it's just me, but I've always loved min-maxing my guns attachments to try to get the most out of them. Like, once a year I go to Drifter's channel and watch all of his gun guides to get all the stats of each attachment for the gun so that I can create my class properly. So you might understand why I'm in love with this new system with like 30 to 40 attachments for each gun. While a lot of these attachments do the same thing, each gun has plenty of add-ons that are exclusive to a particular gun. Now, there's some danger when you decide to do it like this. If you made each attachment only provide minor upgrades or tweaks to the overall gun's effectiveness, this system would be trash. It'd feel like a chore to use this more complicated create a class system. Thankfully, the attachments change the guns drastically. Most weapons can take a full identity transformation in that you can make an assault rifle feel like an LMG or an SMG feel like an assault rifle. It makes toying around the create a class system actually fun, and it feels like there's more guns in the game than there actually are. The next thing is gunfight. Simply put, gunfight is a stroke of genius. You can tell they put a lot of work into making it. The maps created specifically for the game mode are all balanced and well designed, and the pacing of each match is perfect. Not too slow, not too fast, and it's a great place to show who is the better player. The, for lack of a better word, 1v1 me bro mentality is so present in the Call of Duty franchise that they made a game mode for it. Now you may be saying, Niles, gunfight is 2v2, what the fuck are you talking about? And yes, that's true, but you have to think about why this 1v1 mentality exists. It's not about us actually beating the other person in a 1v1, we don't care about that. It's so that we can tell our friends about the kid we trashed in a 1v1. And what better way to tell them than to show them? Did Infinity Ward have this weird psychological theory in mind whenever they were developing Gunfight? Probably not, but that's how it turned out. Let's call it a happy accident and move on to the next bit. There are certain aspects that define Call of Duty, and certain aspects that make a battle royale. Call of Duty is fully customizable with the create a class system, and dying is essentially meaningless in that you can instantly respawn. While in battle royales, you're at the mercy of random drops on the map, and you get one life. So there's always been this feud between how Call of Duty is supposed to feel and how a battle royale plays. In many ways, they're polar opposites, so why does Warzone work so well? First is the Gulag. Having two people fight for a respawn is such a smart and simple way to get back into the match. Doubt anyone's gonna disagree with me there. The second thing is the money system, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why it all works. Everything is tied to this money system. You can buy kill streaks, also distinctly Call of Duty, your squad mates' lives, and, wait for it, custom classes. Boom! Infinity Ward has cracked the code and made a proper Call of Duty Battle Royale by just making it to where you have to buy your custom classes. No more finding attachments on the ground and having to make a ramshackled gun out of pieces you found in 8 different buildings through this awful menu mid-game. If you kill enough dudes at the beginning or you do the contracts, you can have your gun, which is what Call of Duty is all about. Creating your own class to slam kids online. And now with Warzone, you've got a pretty solid blend of both the Call of Duty feel and the Battle Royale genre. I think with the combination of a more in-depth created class system, the fact that the game is cross-platform, and the addition of Warzone and Gunfight, we can expect to see a much longer lifespan of the newest iteration of Call of Duty, as where previous titles after 6 months have you thinking,
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.